This is a Titan bubble, but look closer with me. Do you see this? This is the threshold between around and find out. Care to learn the distinction? Welcome to 2024, and welcome to every way to feasibly pop a Titan bubble. Let's start with the basics. Even though bubbles and wells have received a fair amount of nerfs, they still pose an incredible threat to anyone that doesn't avoid them, like that weird uncle during a Christmas dinner. Bubbles are made up of pure spite, and the Titan inside won't hesitate to decorate the outside of their bubble with the inside of your guts. In order to pop a bubble, you need to exceed roughly 10,000 damage, which, as you can imagine, is practically impossible for all basic weapons. The Titan inside is a far more likely option, but even then you have your work cut out for you, with the Titan having about 275 total health with a 30% damage resist while inside is anti-sea bear circle. Lastly, I will rate each Titan bubble popping method from 1 to 3 stars, with 1 star being potentially possible but risky, whereas 3 stars is a nearly guaranteed display of dominance of not just one bubble but several bubbles in the tri-state area. Let's get started with the funny new Transcendent grenades. The Warlock's combo of slow and suppress does do a fair bit of damage to the Titan inside, but won't even cause enough slow stacks to cause a total freeze, leaving you with a wasted grenade and an unshakable feeling of disappointment and diarrhea. 1 star. Hunters, on the other hand, have the highest damage Transcendence grenade in the game, which also causes a freeze and possibly an ignition on the Titan inside. So 2 stars. The Titan's Transcendent grenade, on the other hand, is absolute garbage. They're a concentrated ball of disappointment and I think refuse to betray their kin. 1 star, these suck. A tried and true method of dealing with a bubble is the relaxing power of Icy Hot Shotgun. 3 stars. By a shocking turn of events, if a heavy weapon is used to DPS a 13 million something raid boss, it will also be a great option for obliterating a 400 health guardian all the time. 3 stars, plus bonus points for the lethal Daft Punk concert on the inside. I bet no one told you life would be this way. Last year we tested Izanagi's Burden, and due to a lack of crit damage, it failed, and while it still can't body shot with its 4 stacks, it will, however, leave a bowling ball-sized hole where the Titan's face used to be with 4 stacks, 1 star due to the cost. If you are a maniac in PvP and you got the Cacaw of Justice, it will give you just enough damage to be able to deal with the Bubble Titan. Not advised, but possible. 1 star. Most shotguns can deal with the Titan assuming you follow up with the melee. Same goes for fusions. The lack of immediacy, however, will give them 2 stars. Shout out to all my homies precision-based special weapons. 1 stars. You guys really should have a better time with this. Wither Horde can give the Titan or optionally everybody inside the Titan's bubble a terminal case of Sugma. 2 stars. Remember that thing about boss DPS? Atrax counts as a raid boss, right? 3 stars for the projectile child cannon. Bastion surprisingly punches through a bubble Titan with little effort since its buff and the bubble Titan's subsequent nerfs. 3 stars. Raw freeze power sources like the Cryosthesia can partially deal with a bubble, but will need some special ammo help. 1 star. Leviathan's Breath is used in Grandmasters for its consistent high damage and utility against champions. For today's experiment, our Titan shall play the part of an unstoppable ogre. 2 stars. Taking a break and talking about a more niche use case, grapple grenades could theoretically push the Titan outside the bubble, assuming your head isn't swiftly lifted from your shoulders, so I'll give it 1 star. If a hunter is able to land the first blow on a Titan while using the no-you gloves of the Liar's Handshake, it will score a kill. Dangerous? Yes. Possible? Maybe. Stupid? Absolutely. 1 star. Blade Barrage will just barely pop a bubble, but not the Titan inside. With good timing and enough spite, you can drift inside the bubble, dealing with the Titan as well. 2 stars. 3-shot Goldie can not only cauterize a valley through the head and neck of a Titan while inside the bubble, it can also just be simply used outside the bubble with all 3 shots to pop it safely. 3 stars. Celestial is more of the same, but arguably worse because you will be, at best, getting 1 Titan by stepping inside, albeit it's a bit faster and more convenient because you don't need a headshot, so 3 stars. 6-shot can cowboy up the same results. Just be careful you don't yee your last haw if you do decide to step into the no-no square of a Titan. Not that you would need to, being that you can just fire 5 shots from the outside and still have 1 shot to incinerate the Titan on the inside. Let's give it 4 stars, why not? Interestingly, the sniper variant of this super is strictly worse, failing to pop the bubble from the outside and having a generally harder time on the inside due to its zoom and kind of awkward handling. 2 stars. The new Storm's Edge is somehow even better than all the Goldies, leveling an entire city block of Titans 3 times in a row. 3 stars, plus 1 storm that is approaching. The 1-2-3 hit combo of an arc staff will annihilate not only the Titan inside, but also their children and grandchildren. This is made better by the ability to stall a Titan if necessary by blocking. 3 stars. The Hunter's Exotic Glaive can kill a full health super when its charge shot is ready. But what about a bubble? Absolutely. I'll give it 3 stars and an asterisk. Bringing us back down to earth for a moment, the Pole Dancer Super is far less effective when it is thrown. It will fail to pop the bubble on the outside and has far too slow a kill time on the Titan inside to be a top tier contender for Titan eviction. Mostly because the Titans now have barriers outside of the bubble as well. 1 star. Silence and Squall will not target the Titan inside by default. Its freeze and shatter deals half decent amount of damage on the outside, and just like the Blade Barrage, will absolutely work on the Titan on the inside. But at the end of the day, this is just like worse version of Blade Barrage, so 1 star. The Threadrunner deals just enough damage with its heavy attack to be able to take care of a Titan in style. 2 stars, arguably 3. All versions of the Tether are terrible Titan poppers. The Spectral Blades are much more viable, but still inconsistent with resistance, and again, shotgun melees being a thing that exists. I'll give them collectively 1 star. Remember that comment about raid DPS from like a while ago? By a shocking turn of events, juicing a Hammer Titan with the Pyro Gale Gauntlets will also nuke a bubble. 3 stars. But this is unnecessary, as you can simply Beyblade your way through multiple bubbles, of course, for 3 stars. Throwing hammers are just as good, slow roasting a bubble without even needing to throw a hammer from the outside, or allowing an immediate payoff by introducing the Bubble Titan more intimately to the hammers. Fist of Havoc can work if given time for the shockwaves to cook. So let's give this 1 star. Turns out the longer charging Sentinel Super is practically indestructible if you simply hold the shield button down. It's some I use the stones to destroy the stones type shit, so 3 stars. Let's talk new supers. The Twilight Arsenal is an untapped source of sheer destruction and repeatable acts of various heinous war crimes. Unfortunately, the pickup axe's initial attack isn't quite enough for an immediate kill unless you throw it and get a little bit lucky, so I'll leave this just as a solid 3-star contender for now. Blade Fury, like most roaming supers, stand a chance against the bubble, albeit again having to put themselves in harm's way, so 2 stars. Needlestorm, in terms of PvP, is a worse version of Blade Barrage, as it's a lot more spread out and a lot less consistent. If even 1 or 2 Threadling missiles end up missing, it can't break the bubble on the outside, and has an annoyingly long cast animation to eliminate the Titan when on the inside. 1 star. Since the changes, Dawnblade has enough to batter a bubble brutally by beating back the bastard bold enough to bounce back on any buffoons before him. 3 stars. Chaos Reach just barely pops a bubble, but with Geomax stabilizers, this isn't a problem and will not only pop a bubble, maybe 2, but also the Titan inside. Collectively, I'll give them 2 stars. The Warlock's Emperor Palpatine impression is good enough to cause the heart of the Titan inside to explode if he's close enough to hit him with the landfall. 3 stars. Nova Warp can nothing personnel Titans much more easily now. You are still likely to whiff a punish, but it's an option, so 1 star. Speaking of weaves, the Spirit Bomb also pops a bubble and reduces the Titan inside to their molecular components. 3 stars. Vortex Nova Bomb, on the other hand, provides a much needed suck to get the job done a little bit more consistently and cleanly, so I'll give it 3 stars. The new Song of Flame supers has enough nuclear fusion to cause nuclear fission to the Titan's bubble and the Titan inside, but only if you use nothing but the melee attacks, interestingly. 3 stars. The classic combo of going toe-to-toe against a bubble with a will result in both sides being sad about the nerfs. 1 star. Shadebinder can kill the overpowered version of the bubble, so of course it can kill the nerfed version of the bubble. 4 stars. Okay, but of course all the supers can kill a bubble. I mean, have you seen the nerfs that the bubble got hit with? So how bad were these nerfs? Could a juiced up grenade cause problems for the bubbles now? The answer is yes. Starting with the sticky grenade, it failed, but left the Titan inside close to being a one-shot. The pulse grenade, on the other hand, with an extended duration, worked wonders. 2 stars. As an aside, Shatter Grenade with the weakened aspect failed to one-shot. I know this is a popular choice in PvP, but the Vortex Grenade and all other overtime grenades like it, with increased duration, damage, etc., anything that kind of increases the grenade's value will absolutely get the job done. I prefer my Titans, however, to be pan-fried, and Touch of Flame with the Flare Grenade gets the job done excellently for 3 stars. Paragon Greaves kills supers, so of course they now kill bubbles. 3 stars. The same goes for the Arthritis-ridden Throwing Knife. 2 stars due to the required precision. Shadow diving with a more powerful version of the Stasis Crystal Circle will work, but it's finicky as you also have to freeze the Titan. I'll give it 1 star. Shout out to Funky Thumbs, Ooh, Eggnog, and Zero for doing the research for these war crimes. Pop the subscribe button, bless your faces, and deuces.